father, because we can make this a group conversation. Turn this way.
What's up?
So one question I always want to ask is, tell me a little bit about your upbringing, just a little bit about your relationship with your mother and your father.
My mother was both parents, basically, in my household. Her and my father divorced at when I was 1. So then I had a stepdad who didn't really do much. I didn't really have a father till I turned to like 20.
Oh.
That's when my mom met, but didn't actually meet him. It was just a childhood friend. And they ended up reunited. And that was like the only person that I would ever consider to be, my father. He just recently passed like 3 years ago.
At 20, you was willing to accept him?
Oh, I accepted him fully.
Wow.
As long as he made my mother happy, that's all I was concerned about.
How important is mentorship? And this is for the mothers that are watching who have young boys right now who don't have father figures and think that they could do it all. Because I raised my sons almost as a single mom.
Mm-hmm.
I had a lot of financial help, but not the on hands with their dad. Mm-hmm. And I thought I knew, I don't need no man. Mm-hmm. I got this. So how important is mentorship for single moms who are watching this?
Oh, it's definitely big. I mean, the mothers is gonna give you that comfort, but sometimes the kids coming up, boys, they need that tough love.
Yes.
And the fathers are the one that could give it to them.
Yes.
So it's really big because it's going to be things like I used to look at my, I didn't used to, but I look at my boys now and I used to tell them, I know what you're going to do. Ooh. And they used to be like, what? Like I used to tell them, I know how you are when you're in school. The teacher told me this and blah, blah, blah. I said, I know just how you probably reacted. And then I told him, it was my youngest son, Justin. And he was looking at me like, what? How did you know? I said, bruh, you are part of me.
Right.
So I already know what you're going to go through. I already know how you're going to look at certain situations.
Right.
So what I used to do was the things that I lacked in when I was coming up, I made sure that they didn't. I was a procrastinator. I still am to a certain extent. Me too. But I made sure that I used to tell them, don't procrastinate. If you got something to do it now.
Wow.
Don't wait. So, and I used to talk to them every day.
Oh.
Every day. I picked them up from school. When I did, how was school? Is everything okay? Ain't nobody mess with you. Nobody touch you.
That's right, yes.
So I went through all of that. How's homework? How's the teachers? Blah, blah, blah. So the things that I didn't get, I gave to them, but it was just like, it wasn't a booklet that I read, but I just felt like these were the things that was needed.
Oh.
You know what I mean? So,
yes.
Yeah, for me not to have had a dad really until I turned 20, I basically knew what to talk to them about and what to say to them. And, it was good. Only thing I think I lacked in was them, like, as far as cleaning. I was just so much into education that I was just like, I wanted to make sure that everything was good with that because I wanted them to go to college, wanted them to get degrees, and they're both in college now. One on a 5-year program to be an architect, and my youngest is on a 4-year program to be an athletic trainer. Aww. One's at Jefferson University and the other one's at Keene University.
Wow.
So
I'm so proud of you. So one other question I want to ask you before we go. Mm-hmm. A lot of times people are talking about side chicks and all of this. And I talk to the wives and the side chicks, and I say that a lot of times the dynamic is because I talk to a lot of men, and I collect a lot of data. And a lot of men say that once they get a woman and they're married or settled in the house and in a relationship, the woman stops performing the duties of a girlfriend or a wife, such as sex, such as being kind to him. And when he goes to her and talks about this, he doesn't get a response. She's not accountable. So then a side chick comes into play. And I never, ever condone cheating. I'm not condoning cheating. I'm not condoning side chicks. I'm just saying a side chick is a symptom of a bigger problem. What do you think about that?
Well, I think in those situations, as far as I've been married for 22 years. So do things slow down? Absolutely. But I know for me, I only can speak for my situation. We were so focused on the kids.
Right.
That we weren't even focused on each other that much.
Ooh.
So it was, our main concern was making sure that the kids were right.
Right.
So now that they're out the house more, now it's just us two in the house.
Right.
What they call that, empty
nesters. Yes.
So, it's up to both parties to, add spice.
Right. Stay present in a relationship.
You know, so you know, it's like I said, it's up to those individuals to have that, to communicate,
right,
and say what's wrong.
Right.
And sometimes I think that's the problem. I don't think the woman wants to say what's wrong. The man don't want to say what's wrong because it's going to turn into something bigger. But my thing is, if it's needed, then say it.
Right.
Then you could get mad, but at least both parties know what's going on.
Right.
You know, so, but as far as the side chicks coming in, I mean, it's like, for those that do it, you know, you have a new person coming into your life. So of course, everything's going to be nice. She's going to say the right things. She's not going to say the wrong things. And it's just like when you have a new person, it's like another relationship. So everything's going to be good.
Right.
So that's just the difference. But if that side chick relationship goes on for a long time, you're going to end up going into the same things that you did with, you know, with the marriage. So.
I just said that on the live. I said to the ladies, ladies, this is the data that I've collected from men. A lot of men said that women think that their man is looking for a new thing, when actually he's looking for the old you that used to be the new you. Mm-hmm. Remember the woman that used to dress up? Remember the woman that used to like to have sex? Remember the woman that used to actually like to have fun? He's not looking for a new thing. He's actually missing the old. He want
that old thing back.
He want that old thing back. He want his old girl back. Come on, baby, come on back. And I just think that you just said that in a nutshell. That men are not actually out here running around looking for something new. It's just that when we get complacent, it gets hard to stay focused on that relationship. So I thank you so much, Haile.
Yes,
this has been a great conversation.